What I do for a living is I'm a trader. That's what I'm doing now for a living.
My name is David, and I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I'm retired. Right now I was in aerospace with Boeing.
My name is Richard Serrano, and I'm from East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. I'm a network field engineer, and I do telecommunications.
My name is Phil Scheib, and I am from Alaska. I am retired locomotive engineer.
My name is Leanne Jack, and I grew up in Appleton, Wisconsin. So I'm a web designer and a front-end developer.
My name is George Brooks. I am originally from New Jersey. Been in IT for the last 33 years. And in between that, still cutting down trees, climbing trees, and all that other stuff in between.
My name is Terrell Lee. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I work at a small used car lot just to get out of the house.
I discovered this whole community of traders in the trade room, which, you know, I was sitting in front of my computer at home all by myself, and now all of a sudden here is this community out there, which I found very generous. Everybody was so supportive and welcoming. It just really blew me away.
What makes us so different than other schools is that we're just not your typical school that's just going to teach you how to trade. We're going to go out there and be part of a family, be part of a team. We're looking for traders that we could trade together.
My name is Josh Levitin. I'm from Bethpage, New York, and I'm the senior instructor here at Cybertrading University. What makes our on-site class so great, aside from the networking aspect of it all, just having our students meet each other for the first time, is the fact that myself and Fausto are very hands-on with our students in the sense of just being able to literally overlook their shoulder and watch their trade, what they're focused on from their platform.
Some news came out and the thing just popped.
While I can comment on what they should focus on online, they might not be able to understand that as well compared to having us right there in front of them.
I kind of like the idea of not being in front of a computer 8 hours a day, because I can't do that. So I kind of like the idea of doing it in the morning and then going to do all the other stuff I need to do.
Everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner. Yeah, it's like it's not worth it.
When I spoke to Fausto on the phone and he interviewed me, the thing he said the hardest thing for me to do would be to unlearn the things that I previously learned. And it turns out that's 100% true. And the stuff that I'm learning from him and from Josh and everybody has really made all the difference in the world in understanding what a day trader is and how it actually works.
Fausto and the staff at CTU University, they're really on top of everything. They give you good trade choices, and they keep you alert onto whatever's happening in the market at the time for the day.
Right, so we made a profit. What did I just say earlier? Just take the money and run, because guess what? If you didn't take it, how would you be doing right now? Now you're losing money. You're just trying to make that base pay. That's all you're looking to do. You got it, you made it. Listen, for every stock, if that kept on going, for everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner.
I don't think you're going to find a better support team in the stock trading business anywhere. That's why I'm here at the platinum level.
You know, a lot of people want to go out there and trade and don't know if it's for them or not. And guess what? That's okay, because it's not. And the thing you have to look at is you have to find a mentor, you have to find a school, you have to sample a couple of things with a couple of schools out there, do a couple of classes, and you make the choice. But don't make the biggest mistake that people make. Go out there and be part of 90%, maybe even higher, of the failure rate in today's industry, because people want to try it before they learn. I mean, would you ever want someone to work on your loved ones that never went to med school? Or how about just giving them finance money to some financial planner that never learned finance? We are no different, but you are on the right path. The right path is you should be doing it on your own. And by doing it on your own, you need a mentor to show you how to do it. And that's what you're going to get here at Cybertrading University.
All right, traders, my name is Fausto. Let me get a little chat back if you could hear me loud and clear. Just let me give a little chat back, everyone. All right, good, good, good. All right, let me just get a couple of things up here and running. And we'll get the webcam up and running. There we go. All right. Hope everybody can see me okay. Welcome, everyone. My name is Fausto Pugliese, president, founder of CyberTrading University. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed that quick little video we played. Basically, we want you to see a little testimonial of some people that we've changed their lives being part of our family here, our community of traders. And hopefully, we're going to find some of you that are watching right now that could be part of that team. Now, if you're like most people in the United States or around the world, you're stuck at home with COVID, maybe you're successful. Maybe you've seen the market, how great it's doing. Maybe you could benefit from it. Well, maybe this is your opportunity now to start doing that and stepping up and try to make money doing it. But to be successful, you have to learn how to trade with other traders. You have to be able to share ideas with them. Go out there, know who's making money, who's not making money. Because the ultimate goal is this. I can't teach you how to make money within an hour. What I'm going to teach you within an hour is you're going to realize that you've been trading blind since the day you started. Now, don't take that in the wrong way. Believe me, I've been there when I first started too. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. I live here in New York, and I want to show you basically what the strategy is of how to do very successful. I'm going to talk about high frequency trades. I'm going to talk about dark pools. I'm going to talk about buyers and sellers, how to shadow brokerage firms, institutions, all that. And by knowing how to play the game is going to help you become very successful at it. So I'm going to talk about how to have a game plan, having a good exit strategy in trading certain stocks. Now, just to let you all know, we do have some people here, some staff members in the room. They're willing to answer your questions. I'm going to try to answer some of them as I go along, but I want to be here for, all day. I know people got places to go. I got to get ready for the afternoon to trade today's markets. But at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite every single one of you to come into the original day trading room that we do swing trading, options trading, all that good stuff. And you're going to see not how good of a trader I am, because that to me is egotistical and you're not going to make money doing that. What you're going to learn is you're going to see people just like you and seeing if other people make money doing it. That's how you know when you're involved with a good company. That's how you know if you basically found and know whatever we preach actually works. So once again, if you're here to get some free stuff and, free car or free computer or free turkey for Thanksgiving, you're in the wrong room. But if you're looking to go out there and buy your own car, pay for your kids' education, to sit there and have a better life, work only an hour a day, well, hopefully it's going to change your life moving forward. So let's get right to it, everybody. So what we're going to learn is how we find the best stocks to trade in today's markets. I'm going to talk about how to navigate in today's high frequency trades. I'm also going to talk about algorithm trading, institutions, what they buy, what they sell, how they place their orders out there. I'm also going to talk about level 2, level 3, and most importantly, level 4. People like, I didn't even heard of level 3 before. There's a level 4. Oh, you're going to be shocked when you see this. We're going to talk about entries and exits, and most importantly, how do we use today's exchange platform? Now, at the end of this presentation, we're going to play a quick little video. I'm a regular guest on the NASDAQ market, and I'm going to tell you and teach you guys basically how to trade today's markets using NASDAQ software. Just basically imagine being on the New York Stock Exchange and being those people that run around everywhere. You actually are one of those people. And people are like, really? I didn't know that. Well, wait till you see. That's what I'm saying. You got a lot to cover. And I'm going to try to get through it as simple and easy as possible. So the question people always ask me is this: Fausto, I heard that, I know you're a good trader, but why do you teach? Why are you here? What do you benefit from it? And you know what? That's not an insulting question. I think that's a great question to ask every person, every webinar, every school you went into. So I want to get right to the point. The reason why I teach is not because I'm here to, charge you money or residual or, listen, colleges do it and it makes sense. Nobody works for free. It makes sense. But the real truth is this: I'm looking for people I could train that I could trade with. That's what the cyber group trading room is all about. That's what the community is about. It's about finding you, if you have it in you, to go out there and trade together. But you don't know that until you see other people doing it. So I'm looking to interview people that that are qualified, that could do this. So when you register at the end, we're going to really go through a whole quick little, see if you're qualified to do it. But the bottom line is this. The reason why I was successful is because I didn't learn it on myself. Okay. I didn't go out there and found the crystal ball or the holy grail or the fountain of youth or the telltale window. I just learned from professional traders that do it every day. And that's what you're going to be part of. And hopefully we're going to get to that point. So just to let you know, I got 2 families. I've been married for over 25 years. I like to share my family with you because, we all know how tough marriage is. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly, especially when you have kids. And the thing is this, I have 2 families. I had the family that I trade. Excuse me, that's not Kova. I was just, excuse me. That was the first time I probably sneezed in the webinar in a long time. But I didn't get anybody. Did I? Did I spray anybody? I didn't cough anybody. Don't worry about that. So imagine sneezing in a store or something like that. People be freaking out. But anyway, but let's begin and let me show you. So I got 2 families while I'm here. I'm looking for a second family I could trade with. So the big question you have to ask yourself is, why are you here? Really comes down to it. You might have seen me do events all over the place. You probably recommended from me to someone. The bottom line is, why are you listening to CyberTrading University and Fausto? The bottom line is this. You're here not to make money. You're here to stop losing it. Most people's problems is that they don't know how to take a loss. They don't know why the thing's going down. They think they just read the paper. So our goal is here is what I'm looking to do is what we teach is not how to make money. Because the winners take care of themselves. It's the losers that people have a problem with. And that's what you're going to see. So question I have for everybody. I'm going to do a quick poll question. All right. Now, my poll question is this. What kind of trader are you? Are you a stock trader, an options trader, a swing trader? So you got a little, on the right-hand side, you see a little poll. Let's take a quick little poll here. Let's show you how all of you answer this question. All right. Just give you a couple of seconds here. All right. Now, as you guys are filling this out, let me just tell you what I am. I'm actually a day trader. I'm actually one of the original So's Bandits. If you read any of the old books, I heard about the So's Bandits. I was actually one of the only 1,000 of them that started out. We're actually called day traders. I do some swing trading. I do some options, but I like to day trade because I like to sleep at night. You all know that sometimes, like I was just talking to a student the other day that traded options, and he's a new student here at CyberTrading University, and he was making, he said, oh, I made $500,000 trading options. I'm like, wow, that's great. What'd you end up with? Oh, at the end of the year, I only end up being up 100,000. Now here's somebody who'll be happy just to make 100,000 a year. And I'm like, well, are you making money? He's been doing it for about 10 years. He's like, not really. I'm like almost breaking even. You see, the goal is being consistent. And the thing is, you can't make things very speculative. You want to be something very conservative and you want to be consistent. And people don't realize, they think day trading is very risky, but it's really not. It's actually the least risky out of everything. It's just black and white, buy and sell. That's it. And just keeping it simple. When you start getting to swing trading and options trading, it becomes a little more complicated. So I'm going to share those results and you could see how many people are here are a little bit of everything. Now this, I want to kind of point this out to you. So the thing is this, if you're a futures trader or a Forex trader, like, oh, I didn't want to hear about day trading. Let me explain something to you. If you've been doing something for more than 3 months max and you're not consistent, you're probably better off quitting what you're doing. The industry is great, but if a doctor puts you on medication and you've been on it for more than 30 days and you're not seeing progress, you know what? You better get on some new medication or find a new doctor. All right. It doesn't take hard to learn how to do this. I know as much as you want to make it work, or maybe some of you spend a lot of money on getting educated to do it. But listen, at the end of the day, you got to make money, right? If you're not making money, maybe it's time to change a different career, which is okay. You want to, if you're a doctor, and, maybe it's not working out that you're a plastic surgeon. Well, maybe heart surgery would be. I mean, you're still in the industry. If you're in construction, You know, you like to build houses. Well, maybe just selling houses might work out for you. You're still in the same industry. That's the big thing. So next question I have for all of you is this. All right. And my question is, who really trained you? Okay. So are you self-taught, paid courses, coaching? I mean, YouTube channel. Just want to see exactly the education here in who really learned and who didn't learn. Now, don't be embarrassed. Nobody's going to make fun of you. Nobody's going to pick on you. Okay. Just listen. Sometimes you have to admit if you're wrong or not. Nobody's going to, nobody's going to go back to your spouse and tell you, that you traded their IRA and you didn't know what you were doing. So you just want to see how you compare to everybody else and me and myself. So I'm going to stop the poll and I'm going to share the results so you could see that there's actually a lot of you are self-taught. Okay. So I just want to let you know, if you listen to the end of the beginning video, trading is about an 80% failure rate. Now, you probably don't know this, but brokerage firms, they're charging you free tickets. Why are they charging you free tickets? How do they make money? Well, a lot of them are actually taking the bet they know you're going to lose. It's the biggest casino out there. So you know what? They're not going to take the bet on me, but for every Fausto, there's about 90 people out there they're going to lose. So not everybody, they can't ban me, but they know that statistically there's a lot of failures. And you know what? Think about it, fellow traders. Would you trust somebody to trade your money that never went to med school or never learned finance? What makes you any different? So that's basically where it comes down to. But that's okay. It's not too late. So let's go out there and try to be part of our family here at Cyber Trade University. So what is your trading strategy, Fausto? That's what people always ask. Okay. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to tell you what the strategy is. The strategy here at Cyber Trade University is we follow the money. That's it. Want to follow the brokerage firms, the institutions, and the insiders. We're not out there. I'm not going to pretend that I know more than Goldman Sachs or Citibank or Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. Who am I? These guys are trading millions and millions of shares. Okay. Let me see if I can show you something really quick here. Let me bring up a stock really quick right here. Hold on one second. I want to show you something really quick, which is going to basically blow your mind. All right, hold on one second. All right, so I want to bring this over to you. We're looking at DraftKings, stock that we've been trading the last couple of days. Okay, we're doing great on the swing trade. Now, if you look at DraftKings, hold on. Sorry about that. Just trying to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to bring this over here so you can see it. So you see DraftKings has been a really nice mover. It went from 35 all the way to 50. Okay. Now you see how the stock stopped at 50? It's right now hovering around 48.95, right? Why did it stop at 50? Okay. Well, if you look right here, there is a 134,000 share seller out there. Not 200, not 1,000, 134,000 shares. Okay. Now there's another one I want to bring up. Where is another one that we had? Oops, hold on one second. FCell's another stock that we traded today. Okay. Great mover, great stock, great push. And let me just let this thing load up. All right. So if you could look right here, you could see that FCell today went all the way from 490 all the way up twice, hit $6, came back down, hit $6, went from $6 right back down to $5, down $1. It did not want to break $6. Why did it want to break $6? What was the reason? What was the problem with it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if you look at this red little line right here, there was over 500,000 shares, not 200, 500,000 shares looking to be bought. Why does the stock want to go below $5? Because there's a 337,000 share buyer. If you notice, you see the stock didn't want to break 6 and didn't want to go below 5. You could just trade that in and out, dollar in, dollar out, dollar in, dollar out, and you can make a fortune in trading. Now, the thing is this. I'm going to teach you that. And I'm going to teach you, show you, explain to you, who are those buyers? What are they doing? It's all about following the money. Once again, this is not the Fausto indicator. This is just how Wall Street trade. So let's get right to it and show you how easy it is. The first question I have for all of you, I want to do one more last poll. And my poll question is to you is this. Do you have level 3 access? So let me see if let me just get a question on that. Does everyone here have level 3 access? If you don't know, just hit not sure. Now, guys, don't be shy. There's over close to 200 people in here. I mean, you're in front of a great audience. Nobody could see you. No one's gonna. You could raise your hand. Don't be scared. Don't be embarrassed. All right, so it looks like a lot of you don't have it, and that's good. Okay, so let me share the results. Now, let me explain something to you. What you're about to see right now is going to be very disturbing. Some of you are going to think like, wait a minute, I spent all this money and I was listening to this person. Why isn't he talking about it? And I'll tell you why. Because they were not market makers like I was. They never worked at a trading firm. They have great infomercials on YouTube. They have they have great algorithms. They pay a lot of money for advertising, and here at Cyber Trading University, I'm just going to tell you point blank, we don't need to advertise. We don't have to do any of that stuff. We're just more focusing, trying to find people. We don't need your business, but we respect your business, but we need to find people that want to be part of our team. And this is how it works. Let me get my pointer out here so you guys can follow along. Give me a second here. There we go. All right. So here's my pointer. So what you're looking at right here is we're looking at a stock, Intel. This is the NASDAQ market. So when you do a trade on NASDAQ, you go into the exchange. And what we're looking at is what's trading on the floor of the NASDAQ market. And this is actually the platform they use. It's called NASDAQ Total View. And this is actually the window. They call it the book viewer. So right here, on the left-hand side, you see buyers. On the right-hand side, you see sellers. And you got 3 columns. The orders, the shares, and the price that somebody's willing to buy it. Now, whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. So that's basically what you have. You said, well, one big chat room. And you see the buyers, you see the sellers all around the world. Now, the problem with this is people look at it and they're very confused. They're like, okay, there's so many numbers, how does that help me? Well, what I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to show you how to find these big guys right here. That. Okay? Because fellow traders, what makes support and resistance? Buyers and sellers. Here at Cyber Trading University, we do not teach you support and resistance. Now, people are like, wait a minute, isn't that the whole point of trading? No, it's not. If you're looking for support and resistance, that means you're working off the past. We don't work off the past. Here at Cyber Trading University, we teach you how to work towards the future. And the future is knowing where those orders are. Remember, we're here to follow the money. So let me show you what we have here. We're looking at a stock, FLT. DM. Now, I don't know what this company does. Honestly, I really don't care. And neither should you. You just want here to make money, right? You think every time I do a trade, I go tell my wife, hey, honey, I bought this stock, FLDM. Hey, you think she cares? All she cares about is, did you make money today? Can my son, are we paying my kids tuition? I mean, are you able to, pay for that new kitchen, or can we go on vacation? Well, we're not going on vacation now with the whole COVID. But I mean, you know where I'm going with this. The thing is, you don't care what you trade. You just want to make money. And here at CyberTrading University, we'll teach you how to find stocks that are going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. But to do that, you have to know what other people are doing on the street. Most people don't know that because they never worked on the street. Okay. Remember, you always hear the phrase, there's Wall Street and Main Street. Well, I worked on Wall Street, and now I'm helping people on Main Street how to trade like people on Wall Street. So here's an example. FLMD started this morning, went from $10 all the way down, to a price of $7.50. And if you look over here at $7.50, from 10 o'clock to the morning, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, finally, after several hours, for some coincidental, does want to break 750. Why? Oops, sorry about that, guys. Why? I'll tell you why. Because there's a 92,000 share buyer out there at 750. That's why. Not because Goldman says so, not because Shearson says so. It's because that's 16 different people around the world. Now, to answer your question, Lawrence, does this work for futures? Yes, it does. But I don't trade futures. You could trade, but you can use the level 4 towards it. And we have a couple of people that we do that. That will teach that for you. But when it comes here, let's just keep things simple. 750, didn't want to break it. The only reason why is because of that big seller out there. Not the 200 share buyer, not the 1,800 share buyer, but the 92,000 share buyer. Who are you going to trust? Fausto? The guy on TV? Or are you going to trust this guy? Now, don't ask me who he is or what's his strategy. I really don't know, and you can never know. And who cares? Other than that's a real order. Okay? And if you don't believe me, I'll find one. You could execute it, and we'll test it out. I don't think you guys want to do that. Nira, we didn't get to that question. His question is, could they disappear? Of course they could. All 16 people got to work in cahoots with each other, but also they can get executed. Absolutely. But we didn't get to that yet. All right. The bottom line is I'm starting kindergarten, and we'll work our way up. At the end of the day, you want to know what makes support levels. Support levels are made from buyers. That's what it comes down to it. Now, let's look at resistance levels. We're looking at Intel here. Big run up. Stock goes from 47 straight up to 50. Huge winner. And then for some reason, it goes right back down to 47 within 30 minutes later. And you're sitting there, you're like, I don't understand. Who ran it down? Why did it go down? Mr. Fibonacci didn't tell me that. Mr. MACD didn't tell me that. The heat window on the platform didn't. Listen, there's only one person. Actually, I'm sorry. There's 461 people that made it go down. And that's that seller for 200 right here and 94,000 shares. That's the only reason why. This guy right here, he's the one that prevented it from going higher. Who are you to question that that's a fake order? Who are you to sit there and says, but I like Intel. It's a great company. It's been around forever. Yeah, I know that. But you got to get through that guy first. And honestly, I'm not going to question it. Let somebody else break through it. Because 9 out of 10 times, this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to get in, you're going to make money, and then you're going to lose it all because you got greedy or cocky or just didn't know. And that's okay. Now, did I lose anybody so far? I'm sitting here talking away. Just want to see. Did I lose anyone? Just want to see right here. No? Leonard, you know about it? Leonard, you've got it? Okay. What about you, Mike? John? Bessie? Lance? I'm going to hear from some of you. That's why. You're there, Nero? Okay. Good here. All right, good. I'm in. So, like I told you, this is just basic trading 101. Think about where you came from and think about when you first walked in here. Who would ever think that just having a seat on the exchange with the direct access platform through NASDAQ could help answer all your questions? But you know what? There's a lot of nice, attractive, beautiful, sexy platforms, pretty platforms. They're like, oh, look at all these glitzy buttons, and like, oh, now I need 6 monitors, and oh, wow, look at this. It doesn't work that way. I'm going to give you advice. If you can't make money with 1 monitor, how the hell are you going to make money with 6? You understand? I used to trade with a 15-inch monitor, and I was able to make 6 figures. Why is everyone got to get all these special bells and whistles? What are you looking to land a space shuttle? Just keep it simple. It's called the KISS method here at CyberTrade University. Keep it super simple. And then everything else will be self-explanatory. All right, let's move on. All right, a couple of questions. I have never heard of this before now, but it seems obvious now, Ronald. Ronald, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. But, Ronald, listen, I'm not in the bashing business. I don't like to bash. It's not good business. But listen, if I want to get in the oil business, I'm not going to California. I'm going to Texas. I'm going to Canada because that's what you guys do. Okay. If I want to learn about pizza and make pizzas, I'm not going to go to Ohio. I'm going to go to New York, or I'm going to go to Italy. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, if I want to get a suntan, okay, I'm not going to Alaska. I'm going to Florida. It's common sense. So when it comes to trading, if you want to learn from the right people, you have to trade with people that do it all day long and that worked in the trenches. I live here in New York. I live in in an area where majority of the traders on Wall Street live in. They're members at my country club. We talk all the time. I deal with currency traders, Forex traders, futures traders. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I'm just basically passing because what's going on. And let me tell you, to me, it's just so disturbing, and it bothers me to see, because it's such a big failure rate, because people are just plain old ignorant. And I know that you're not going to be one of them, because that's why you're here. And it is very obvious. And it's even going to be more obvious when you trade with people that do it all day long. Makes sense. Now, Victor, explain how you get level 3. Is it on Thinkorswim Sport? Okay, so anyway, listen, I didn't get to that yet. Okay, I got about another 20 minutes. Okay, but I like how your brain's thinking. Now you're like, wow, this is pretty cool. Can I get this? We didn't get there yet. I'll tell you what I have to do first. Don't worry about getting it from anywhere. Okay, I don't want anyone to spend any money. You shouldn't have to spend any money. Let me show you live in the market first. And then you can say, then you'll sell yourself on it. You understand? I'm not here to sell anybody. Okay. I'm not a salesperson. I'm here just to get you to see it live if it really does work in the real market. So every one of you are going to get an opportunity to come join my trading room and see it for a week. Because you know what? If I told you where to get it, you're probably going to blow up your account. And it's like, it's like telling a little kid, hey, would you like to drive a car? Like, oh, wow, this is awesome. And they're like, give me the keys. I'm like, well, I didn't teach you how to drive yet. I don't care. What we need to teach me for. This looks easy. I do it on a video game all day. Yeah, that's why a lot of people crash and burn. So let's look at this stock right here. Let's do a quick poll. All right. Is this stock going up or down? Okay, let me go out there and launch this poll. Let's see how you guys answer this. We're looking at Workhorse, a stock that we've been trading, pretty fun stock that we've been trading with. But you tell me, is this stock going up or down? Let's see how you guys answer this. Gary, just put it in the actual poll. Just pick the one that you got. All right, now, I hate doing this to people, but I always like to say this. I'm just going to be, don't mind me if I'm a little brash, okay? I just don't have good bedside manners. I just get the job done. If you can't answer this question, you should probably quit trading right now. You know, because somebody just told me in the room, they said, well, you know what? It doesn't give me enough data. That means you're overanalyzing it. If you're overanalyzing it, if you can't figure this one out, you should not continue trading moving forward. Actually, you should probably log out of the room right now because you're probably wasting your time. Ron says, I love the brash. Listen, you know what? When you got money on the line and you're trading someone else's money, he's not going to come back and pat you in the back like, oh, that's okay. You lost my money. You know what I mean? Don't worry. We'll get him back tomorrow. No, you lost my money, you know, and I told you what not to do and you did it anyway. So that's the only reason why that's where that comes from. So let me share this with you. Okay. And we'll see how you guys answered it. So we got about 12% of you that said it's going to go up. And we got about 90% of you basically said it's going to go down. Okay. So the right answer is the stock's going down. I don't know why you guys think it's going up unless you got some crystal ball or counting some candles or whatever. But listen, the bottom line is the stock is going down. All right. End the conversation. I don't know why you think it's going up. I'm just curious. We had a few people here. Could you tell me why you thought it was going up? I just want to see your thought of thinking. I don't know if you're just being, and you could tell me if you're being very, just obnoxious or anything. I'm from New York. I could take a joke. Okay. A reversal maybe. Okay. Near. So that's a bad mistake. The thing is this, the trend is your friend. You don't buck the trend. Okay. Now, what do we need for the stock to go up? Because stocks eventually will go up. It's not going to go to zero. I mean, it could happen, but if somebody's shorted, they're always going to look to take a profit. So let's look right here. Workhorse, we need buyers. So we work our way down and boom, there you go. Right at 2250 and 2239, you got a 110,000 share buyer and you got a 60,000, 59,000 share buyer. You're talking about almost 170,000. I mean, who would you rather trust? The buyer that's looking to buy it at 2270 for 2,400 or these buyers around 2250, right between that price? I mean, it's almost like common sense. Why would, and that's a lot of people out there. You got 25 people and you got 4 people. Some of them trying to buy some big orders out there. Some big hitters down there. You're going to question them? Seriously? Let me know how that works out for you. Because I'm going to answer this question for you. Do you ever do a trade and you always feel like every time you buy it, the damn thing goes down, and every time you sell it, it goes up? It's like you feel like somebody's watching you. Anyone ever feel that? Ever have that problem? All the time? Laughing out loud. Happened to you, Mike? Everyone? Yeah. You want me to answer that question for you? You know why that is? You know why that is? Kelly's saying, hell yes. Because it's not they're watching you. You are not watching them. You see, if you were watching them, then you would know. But you're sitting there analyzing it with all these crazy indicators and reading these papers and, I don't know what you do. You got some superstitious thing going on. I don't know. I hear some crazy stuff. I'll be honest with you. There's no game being played. They're not watching you. You got to watch them. And then you'll know exactly why they're getting in and why they're getting out. So look what happened to Workhorse. By knowing that buyer was there, the stock went exactly to those prices and it ran from 2240, right around that price where those buyers were, and it shot right back up to 2380. If you knew and you were there and you bought 1,000 shares of that stock right there at 2240, and you're out there right now, hell, if you got out at 23, forget about 2380. At 23, you would have made yourself 50 cents. Do you know what 50 cents is on 1,000 shares? Do you know? Think about it. 50 lousy little stinking cents. Like, that doesn't sound like a lot. 50 cents on 1,000 shares. How much is that? On 1,000 shares. That's right. $500. Do that every single day. And you make a $100,000 salary. Now, who doesn't want that job? You don't got to hit home runs. You just got to have a game plan, focus on those winners, and take it out. You see, we're not here to make, oh, look, I made $3. I made $10. Some of you probably hear this all the time, and you see these people brag how much money they make. Hey, I made 35,000. Oh, I made 50,000. Oh, I made 6,000. You know what's so funny? You notice I never tell you how much they lose? I'm not questioning they don't make it. My thing is this. Do you want to hang out with somebody at the blackjack table that's playing $10,000 hands when you're just here just trying to make you $500? You understand? So I'm like a realist. I mean, you can't compete, and they have a different mentality than you. That's why here at CyberTrading University, when you come in our training room, nobody talks about how much money we make. First of all, I think that's egotistical. And secondly, how does that make you money? It's all about points. If you made it with 100 shares, 1,000 or 10,000, if we all make 50 cents a day, that'll make the spouse happy. Now, let's just go right to the raw data. Forget about the chart, the volume, everything else. Let's just go right to the data. Where would you think, in theory, American Airlines, where would resistance levels be? In theory, where would you think? Look closely. Where would you think? Everybody put a chat in the chat room. Tell me where you think resistance levels would be. If you don't know this question, just give me a question mark. I'd rather you be honest. And where is resistance on American Airlines? We're looking right at the data. Looks like a couple of people are getting messed up with the two numbers. Resistance would be sellers. So if you need a little help, why don't you look down the sellers? Because that is resistance. That's going to resist it from going any higher. Don't mind me talking like this. It's just that sometimes I am from New York. I got to slow down. I talk a little fast. Where is the resistance? Okay. So we're looking for a resistance is big orders. 500, 900. Ooh, look at this guy. 1,700 maybe. Wow. Almost 600,000 shares looking to be sold at $12.90. But they said American Airlines is going to go to, I just got upgrades, it's going to go to 15. You know what? That could happen. But unfortunately, there's somebody looking to sell 600,000 shares out there. Why would I go out there and question him? So guess what? When you look at the chart and you look at this, you're like, wow, look at American Airlines. We got a bull flag. We got about 15 soldiers, green soldiers, which means that there should be another 20. Believe me, I hear some of the crazy stuff that people make, like that they make these crazy things. The candlesticks is the wick is thicker than, it goes on and on and on. Listen, at the end of the day, it hit resistance levels here. It's hitting it there again. Could history repeat itself? It damn well did. Because the reason why it hit it back here at 9:30 and it's hitting here at 1 o'clock is because not because the chart said so, it's because of the guy out there that's looking to sell 600,000 shares. It is as simple as that. Now, some of you ask, now getting to some of your questions, because a lot of you ask, I'm going to get to this point. Here at CyberTrading University, I came up with a word called iceberg order. So if you ever hear anybody bring up that word and like, oh, what's an iceberg? I actually invented it. I came out with it 20 years ago after watching the movie, The Titanic. Very sad movie. You all know what happened to Titanic. Beautiful ship. Unfortunately, they were more interested on the beauty of the ship than having the right radar. And they weren't looking at the bottom of the water, because an iceberg, we all know, it's not what's on top, it's what's on bottom. And if you're not looking for it, guess what? You're going to sink the ship, and everybody's going to die. In this situation, if you don't see them, you're going to blow up your account. So how do we know these are real orders? That is the question I'm getting a lot. Are they going to disappear? Whatever it is. Well, let me ask you this. Who here is using a time and sales window? Anybody ever heard of it? Anybody using it? Too fast. I am. Okay. No, no, no. Anyone else? Okay. I'm known as what's called a tape reader. Okay. I was taught how to read the tape. The tape is just looking at the time and sales and seeing where the transactions are taking place. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the chart gets its data from time and sales. The reason why a lot of people don't look at it is they said it moves too fast. They don't know what the purpose of it. The reason why that is you have your default set wrong. Once again, ask yourself a question. Who really trained you? That's where it comes down to it. So time and sales are going to tell me where the confirmation is taking place. So we're looking at a stock PCG here. Okay. Now there's a big seller right here at $13. Now in theory, right away, I would say $13 is a resistance levels. Why? Because there's a big seller out there. Now, if you notice here at $13, it went past 13. It shot up all the way to almost 15. Why? Why almost 14.50, whatever it is? Okay, why did it go up? Because you look here on the left at the time and sales, you'll notice that that seller that was down here was getting executed. Look, 13, 13, 13, 13, 18,000 shares at 13. The guy was getting executed. He was getting executed. Someone was buying it from him. How do we know he was getting executed? Is because the time and sales is the confirmation of a transaction that's taking place. And it's showing you red is transactions on the bid, green are transactions on the offer. So it looks like that guy in the offer was getting executed. That is a sign of the stock that's going to break out through resistance. You have a seller. You knew it was an iceberg order. He got executed. And that's why the stock went up. It's as simple as that. Now, does that answer some of your questions about, seeing an order? Because some of you are asking me, well, could they cancel an order? Of course they could cancel. You could cancel an order. You're not obliged to put an order on your broker and say, hey, I changed my mind. I want to cancel it. Oh, no, you can't cancel it. Of course you could cancel it. They could cancel. But how do we know if they got canceled or they got executed? It's through time and sales. Okay. So when you come in my trading room, you're going to notice we're going to be extremely focused on the tape, because that tape is going to let us know, like when we see these big orders out there, like this one, and we see that 500,000 shares, that 500,000 share buyer right here, seller, and we see another at $6 and a buyer at $5 and a seller at $6, and seeing if he's getting executed, because you can see right here, he did come down. The stock did come down to $5, and it went right back up to $5.30. We're going to see, is the guy getting executed? Is he not getting executed? These are the things that are going to help us to know where the game's being played, which, by the way, that's level 4. We'll talk about that in my trading room. Now, but that's not what my indicator told me. That's what people say. Listen, indicators. By the way, does anybody know who invented indicators? Anybody here know where indicators came from? Who invented indicators? Exactly. Mathematicians. Okay. Columbus. Kelly's saying, who do you want to learn from? A mathematician or a trader? You know what? Turn on CNBC. The reason why I want you to go to that station is because you'll see that they're broadcasting live on the New York Stock Exchange. Don't listen to the people. Look behind them. Look at those monitors. And you tell me how many indicators you see. 0. You see numbers. How do I know? Because I was down there. You see numbers. Those numbers are what I'm showing you. It's all about following the money. Here, give you a clear example. What chart's easier to read? Chart number 1 or chart number 2? What's easier to read? I mean, like a duh. I mean, what do you got over here? I can't even read. You got stochastics, you got MACDs, you got Bollinger Bands. How the hell does anybody read that stuff anyway? I mean, it looks like a bunch. It looks like, you know what's funny? At my office, what I did is my kids always used to send me pictures. If anyone has kids, you know that they always used to bring home like, hey, Mom, look what I made. Dad, I made you a picture. You know, I had like, I don't know, between 3 kids, I probably got like 100 of them. I just post them all on my wall, and I tell people that's my indicator. That's what it looks like. So the thing is this: it's time not to get confused. You got to know how to play the game, and playing the game is what we call the KISS method. Keep it super simple. Stop making things complicated what it is. So when you come in my trading room, you're going to see that we're all working together like a team. We're all looking for iceberg orders, and we're all looking to make money together. No one's out there trying to, abuse anybody, play games with somebody, because we kick them right out. I've been doing this for 25 years. Anybody here own a business? What happens if you have a bad employee? It's like cancer in the whole office. So one thing you'll know here at CyberTrading University, we're not in the residual business. We're not into like, pay me $50,000 and we'll teach you how to trade. Okay. No, I need to teach people how to trade so I can make money with them together, give good content in the room. If you get this, you'll be amazed what you'll learn when you see other people doing it. So the thing you have to understand is you don't need to make a lot of money to have a very successful career in trading. I mean, you look at this stock right here, SDC. In the morning, it ran from $11.40 up to $13 in less than 2 hours. You don't need to make $2, $3. If you just made 50 cents, you're fine. So listen, everybody here has to learn and needs a mentor. And I hope a lot of you here went out there and been watching, live presentations, be able to ask questions, to the mentor like you're doing right now. But the key is this: being here for an hour, I told you, I can't teach you how to make money in an hour. I could just prove to you how little you basically knew about trading and how simple it actually could be. But I want you to know that, every one of you need a mentor, and you might need more than one. You got to find the right one, the one that connects to you. Maybe you like the nice guy that patting you in the back. I'm not that person. Maybe you want the person to be very direct and be honest with you, and tell you. Maybe you're looking for somebody with a group of people that you could trade that are successful. Then there's people that like to be with people that are not successful. I don't know. But the bottom line is you can't do this on your own. So, but we all know trading is a great job. You could spend more time with your family. We know what's happened with COVID. We're doing it now. You could enjoy life. It's a great job. It really is. And you know what? It pays a lot of money. Listen, a lot of you have mutual funds, IRAs. You want to give it to somebody else to do it for you? You could do it yourself. I get people all the time that come up to me like, the guy lost me money. He's like, I could do it myself. What the hell do I need him for? You're right. You could. And you know what? Even though you lose money, they still make money because they still charge you a fee. The hell with them. Go do it yourself. But the thing is, you can't just take your money and walk away and do it. You got to have a game plan, and you got to have somebody that's going to care about it and show you how to do it. And that's what we do here at CyberTrading University. So listen, the reason why we're here is that I'm looking to train people how to trade. And if you do your homework, and by the way, if you're going to be looking for anybody to be in the business, you're going to notice that CyberTrading University has been endorsed and has been sponsored by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. And let me tell you something. These brokerage firms, they do credit checks on us. They do background checks on us. They monitor our traders. You think Thinkorswim is going to have Fausto do presentations for them because I teach people how to lose money? You think Chomp Sosnoff, the founder of Tastyworks, would come on my show on Tuesday because I don't know what I'm talking about? NASDAQ? They don't listen. They don't need me. I need them more than they need me. But they know that their audience needs to be educated with true professionals. And by the way, anybody here, if you move forward with Cyber Trading University or not, can I just give you one last advice? If you're going to do business with anybody, please make sure they're being endorsed and sponsored by brokerage firms. They already did the homework for you. So this is what I'm looking to do. I want to invite every single one of you to come in my trading room. Okay. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning and we're done at 4:30. I don't trade all day. I trade the first hour. I'm usually done. If I lose, I lose. I make. Tomorrow's another day. But I want you to come in the trading room. We do live commentary. We trade in pre-market. We do all that stuff. But I want you to see not how successful we are in trades, but I want you to see how we know how to control losses. It's not the winners that make you money. It's the losers you have a problem. So this is the deal. $9. That's it. It's all I'm asking for. The reason why I'm asking for $9 is this. I'm not looking for free people. I'm not looking for people that are looking for free lunches. Okay? If you are, you should quit trading right now. The $9 is an application fee just to let us know if you're a real person or not. We live here in New York, $15 an hour. Costs us more money just to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, talk to one of you. Okay? The thing is this. I don't need the $9. Okay? I need people that are serious. So we just want to know if you're a real person and you say who you are. Okay? But this is what you're going to get for $9. You're going to get 1 week in our trading room, 3 daily market meetings, a morning and afternoon watch list, your own personal education advisor. Imagine you can actually talk to somebody that really knows what he's doing. You're going to get live Q&A trading sessions. And guess what? At the end of the week, if you find that's not for you and we didn't say we're going to do what you do, I'll give you $9 back. Trust me, I don't need the disputes on my credit card or whatever it is. If you don't like it, that's great. At least you know the real truth. And guess what? As a bonus, if you register right now, I will pick the first 20 people and do a free coaching class with you. And if you're not the first 20, that's okay. You'll still talk to one of the other instructors. I only have X amount of hours in a week to talk to everybody. But the thing is this, we're going to have a little interview. I'm going to interview you. We're going to see after you've been through it, see if you get it, and we'll see if we can move forward from there. And we'll let you know how we can make money together moving forward. Okay, and what's involved out of you, and see if you're capable of doing it. But the thing is this is your opportunity to finally get the real truth of everything that you heard that was not true and find out yourself. It all starts right here for $9. Now, the link is up there. Just click on the link, register right now. What's important is this, when you fill out that trial, there is going to be a questionnaire. It's very important you answer the questionnaire so we know about you, because it's one of the ways how we could filter and let you know a little bit more about you, so we can kind of, point you to the right direction, let's just say. All right. But what do you have to lose? It's $9. And if it doesn't work at the end of the week, I'll give you $9 back. Okay. If you're serious about trading, if you thought you learned anything today, let me tell you something. You're going to freak out when you come into trading room. When you see some of these things go up and down the way they do, like FCell, how it won't break this big buyer for almost 500,000 shares are going to be bought at $5. You're going to be like, who is that guy? What is he doing? Why is he there? It's going to answer all your questions. All right. So we got a couple, anybody here? A couple of shout outs out here. We got John from Chicago. Just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Steven from who's that? San Francisco, got your registration. I'll be calling people out as they register. Now, guys, listen, it's $9. Listen, if you're a futures trader, you're a Forex trader, you're an options trader, and you're not making money after 30 days after you've been doing with somebody, you know what? Doesn't mean you can't try something else. Okay? I mean, I know they might be good people. They might mean well. Listen, I had a personal trainer. I had a doctor. Loved my doctor, but he was too much of a nice guy. I remember actually, I'm sorry, not my doctor, my kid's doctor, my pediatrician, nicest guy, but he would talk to us for 30 minutes. And then here we are sick. We're trying to go in to see him. We're taking 2 hours to get in there. And at the end of the day, he would say everything that made you feel better. Guess what? He went out of business. Okay. Unfortunately, that was where we had to go locally. But I even said to my wife, we should find somebody else. And he's too nice. Nice guys finish last. You need somebody that's going to tell you how it's being done. You got a lot of money. You worked your whole life. We know Social Security is not paying enough, and you need money to live. People are living longer, 80, 90 years old. Okay? You got your pension. You got your IRAs. I mean, go out there. You're going to need to do it, but you got to surround yourself with that type of an environment. You got to do it right. Listen, you're from Israel. We got a lot of people. I got people from Hawaii. I got people from Australia in the room. Imagine that. Germany, London, 20% of our students all from Canada. So you're going to make a lot of nice friends there. How long can you delay extending the class? Ronald, honestly, you should start right away. But if you can't, you can always push it off. And when you talk to your education advisor, just tell them when you want to start. That's all. You don't have to start right away. But you lock yourself in now. And then if you want to push it off, actually, you can't get access to the room until you talk to an education advisor, because we need to tell you what you're going to expect in the room. We don't want you going there trading blind. Like, what the hell's going on? Look at all these people chatting. What am I looking at? It's like a waste of your time. We don't want to do that. Listen, I take customer service very seriously. If you don't get it, there's no reason why you should not be in there in the first place. Okay. But it only costs you $9 to find out. All right. Well, what we're going to be doing regarding Thanksgiving is that if you do register, we'll extend it for those extra days after Thanksgiving. So don't even worry about that. Listen, can I be honest with you, Ronald? You only need 1 day in there. You come in there and you just come there for 1 day, you'd be like, you're going to be convinced. Listen, we only spoke for an hour. Imagine being there at the most volatile times of the market and seeing these things go up. It's going to blow your mind. All right. Salvatore, more looking forward to have you in there. Salvatore says, I'm in. There you go. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the excitement. Let me do a couple of shout outs here. Vanithich, I'm sorry if I mangled that. I apologize. From California, you got your registration. You probably, listen, people mangle my name all the time. How many Faustos have you ever met before anyway? I told my mom, I says, Mom, why did you call me Fausto? Okay. He goes, I want to name you after your aunt, her sister. I'm like, it was such a tough name growing up. But over the years, as I got older, I kind of like it now because I'm very unique. And not only that, but from what it means, it's luck and fortunate. So I guess it wasn't that bad. Joel, we got your registration. Who else we got here? Salvatore. Oh, this is you, Salvatore, from Guatemala. Is that where you're from? Oh, wow. I think we had a couple of Guatemalan people that came and registered once before. Lawrence from Henderson. I don't know what state that is. Little error message right there. Jade Stewart from Maryland. Just got your registration. Guys, listen, very important that you fill out. Christine Leonard from Winchester just got your registration. I guess that's from Great Britain. Make sure you fill out that questionnaire, though. Let us know if you took some classes. Let us know how much money you're trading with. Let us know what exchanges you're doing. It's only going to make things easier for you. Who else we got here? Blair from Florida got your registration. Almost out of 20, by the way. How many people you got in your room? Close to over 100? All right. Listen, I'm not expecting everybody here to register. I know we have some students in here and everything else. I know it's not for everybody. Maybe it might take you 2-3 more times to come back before you realize it. And that's okay. Listen, I've been doing it for 25 years. I had people come back to me after 5 years and said 10 years. They're like, you know what? I should have took your class then. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. I'm still young. I started when I was 22. I'm 49. Listen, if I could teach a 90-year-old woman could do it, you could do it. And I'm planning to do it until the day I die. I love what I do. I have a passion to it. I love changing people's lives more than anything. Who else we got here? Laureen from Alberta. There we go. What else we got here? Victor from Washington just got your registration. Mike from Georgia just got your registration. There we go. You can probably see I'm just reading this off right here. Probably you guys could see that. I have it on an email too, but just easy off my phone. What else we got here? Andrew Watts from California. All right. Any other questions here? Henderson, Nevada. Oh, there you go. I love Nevada. I mean, I've done so many events over there in Vegas, and it's a shame. I mean, I haven't traveled since February. This whole coronavirus is killing me. But you know what? You got to make money, right? How great is it to stay home and just sit there and watch TV and see what's going on? And, we're trading the coronavirus. We're trading, the election, basically they closed the schools in New York. Market crashed on Friday. It was awesome. I mean, yesterday, I mean, some people, it's like, why did he do that? You know what? Here at Cybertrade University, we do not get political. Some people get a little touchy about it, but at the end of the day, we say, listen, we use it as a positive, not as a negative. If your candidate won, your candidate lost, who cares? You know what? They all have, the big thing us as traders is that we know we're going to expect something totally different if Biden is the president elect. And if everything goes right, we're going to see a big change in the market. Different stocks are going to get crushed. Some other ones are going to take off, so it's going to be fun for us. All right, cyber traders, fellow traders, anything else? Wow, it looks like everyone's enjoying registering. What else we got here? Nero, there you are. Is that the one from Israel? I just got your registration. There you go. All right. All right, guys, I got to get ready for the open. Listen, I hope you guys learned a lot. I didn't even scratch the surface. When I start showing you what we're doing in the market, you're going to flip out. And by the way, do not log out, because we're going to play a quick video of me on NASDAQ talking about Total View for about a 7 minutes. So you guys can still register, maybe fully not convinced yet. So sit there and watch the video, get yourself more familiar. There's going to be a bunch of videos too also that is going to teach you how to trade when you pay that $9. And remember, what is the ultimate goal here at Cybertrade University? The ultimate goal is I'm trying to find people that could be part of my team, part of my family, that have a passion as much as me and all my other students, so we all could trade together, make money together. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. So I'll see you all in the cyber group room. Sit back, enjoy the video. And if I don't see you, have a happy Thanksgiving and be safe out there, and happy holidays. Happy trading, everyone.